people feel that don't shout it out, it is not good. It is as you were saying, cup of tea, let me see. As simple as seeing a child laugh or smile and feeling that deep inside. And as simple as seeing your friend and just feeling that calm inside. That's joy. We all talk about we are happy, we have happiness, but I was quite intrigued with the idea that what is the difference between happiness and joy? I mean, they should be the same words, right? So that's why I thought, I just went on Google, our favorite answer box, and that said that happiness is more superficial. It is something which is dependent on something from outside, whereas joy is more deep. It comes from inside and it gives you a calm and a peace. So today we are going to talk about this joy, which gives us hope, which gives us smile, which gives us calm, and which gives us a reason to keep going forward, how much ever our world might be falling apart. I want to keep it as simple. Come here, share a joy story that you had, and I am sure you cannot come up and say, I never had joy in my life. When you saw as a kid that candy of your choice, I am sure you were joyous about it. Not only happy, but joyous about it because you kept on carrying that in your pocket for the whole day as you were the sole owner of a candy that day. So it is as simple as that. So let's start with the stories, the joys that we all create, but go with the idea that no joy is small or big. You have lived it. It has been inside you deep. Who knows? Sharing it with somebody might bring a smile on somebody else's face. So I have a few names here, and you were unlucky enough to write your names. So don't worry, I am not like a school teacher. I am not going to start checking from up here or down. I remember, that was a joyous moment when mine was the last comment to be checked. I was like, I'm saved. Or somewhere in between, I would ask the teacher, do you know my name? No. Somewhere in between. Now check it. So I'll just take names and you can just come randomly, whatever you wish to present, speak about, or your idea about joy. Whenever you felt it, just come, be comfortable and speak. The only thing, keep in mind, I think that is the biggest fear which people have. What will people say? How will they judge you? But trust me, every single person sitting in this room is as scared as you are. So they are not going to judge you.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
So coming to the topic, the theme is what's your joy? And as Pragya already said that what is the difference between happiness and joy? Coming to me, as she already mentioned the difference between happiness is something what is being added to you externally, and joy is something what comes from within. And in the same way with the example of fragrance and perfume. So what we add from outside is a perfume and what we radiate from within is a perfume, a fragrance. So in the same way, when it comes to me, when I was working in a software industry, I used to always chase for the happiness. And I was thinking that maybe that will add the money what I'm going to get from that job is going to add a lot of happiness to me. And as I said, every time that happiness is transient, and I feel it is keep on slipping away from my hands, and so much I tried hard and the harder it is getting difficult. Then one day I found that this is not my cup of tea, something else is waiting for me. And then I realized that I started looking deep within, as they said that in a COVID time getting bored, and somehow I enjoyed for 1.5 months in lockdown time, and I felt like that was a great enjoyment. But there was a one night I realized that no, this is not the real happiness which I really wanted. There is something else which is waiting for me. And I started transforming my life from the month of May in 2020. And there I found my real joy is working on myself to improve every bit of me, every %, whatever I feel is lacking. And I am the person, and I came from Telugu medium background where I could not even speak single sentence in English. And to get a job in a placement, I need a good communication skills in English. There I realized that I need to improve my communication skills in English. And in May 2020, I have started. And it's been 5 years I have completed that journey. And not only me transformed my life when it comes to speaking in English, I have transformed hundreds of people across the India to improve their communication skills. And in this journey, I found my own joy, that what exactly is the real pleasure is when you are helping somebody to grow, along with you, as these two people are doing here. And they knows that. That's why they come up with that theme. And I also knows that meaning, how it feels like. And it's not like one day we'll do and next day we feel bored. And that's where the difference between happiness and joy. And for me, doing my work every day without getting worried or without getting bored, and feeling very excited every moment to moment to come out and to share whatever the knowledge which I gained, and at the same time getting the knowledge from the people. And as they said rightly, that everybody has their own story, and when we hear it and we get inspired, and also we can inspire them with our own stories. And in that same theme only, I have been doing that work as being a communication skill trainer, but not by using grammar or not by using sentence formation. It's a different concept by using neuropsychology and epigenetics and quantum physics. I have started doing research about on these particular fields, and how we can transform the people by using the quantum physics and by using the neuropsychology and by using epigenetics. And there I started, even though I come from mechanical background, coming from Telugu medium background to English medium background, and then again hard mechanical engineering to software industry, and again science, maths background to science. So I feel like there is always, when we are curious, when we feel joy, then there is no limit in learning, and we can always look for learning different things from the people and from the different places. And that's why the great joy is coming to the people who are all like-minded and right-minded, and then sharing and exchanging the ideas would be always great opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Otherwise, his joy will be gone.
Okay.
Okay. How many of you here believe that you don't have a story to share or anything to share on joy? No, not for that. No, it's not. I remember this very small story, and probably you guys can get a hint from that. This is something which my professor told me at a point of time when I was in my graduation, and it was a big change for me. She told me a story about this man who used to just go to the garden. He had a very, very small piece of garden and only 2 pots of flowers there. Only 2 pots of flowers. But he would keep those particular 2 pots with a lot of care, and he would always have flowers in that particular pot. He used to take a lot of care about it. But everybody felt that, okay, fine, and he himself used to feel that, okay, I'm not doing something unique, I'm not doing something special. But everybody who would pass by his house would feel that, oh, he has 2 flowers. Oh, he has 2 flowers. And he felt, okay, what is so big about it? One day he stopped one person. He's like, why do you always pass by this particular lane and you always smile and you say, oh, he has 2 flowers? So this person told that, do you know that out of 50 houses in this whole village, yours is the only house which has 2 flower pots. Rest, everybody has a barren land. So you, with a very, very small thing of having just 2 flowers in your pot, is giving that happiness and joy to everybody else in this whole society. So you might feel that your story is very little, but probably somebody who has had a bad day, your story might be a smile for them.
How many of you here had a dream when you were studying college or when you were studying a school to purchase a bike or to ride a bike? So many. When I was studying my BTech, I used to see a lot of my classmates ride, sports bikes, then the cars and everything. Before getting into that one, I came from a lower middle class family. My parents, they did so much hard work to get me into the BTech. Whenever I just want to ask them to purchase anything, I used to see my family members. They can't even afford to purchase the books and my clothes. That was like a difficult task for them. But I did everything to pass my examinations with my good grades. Then I got into the government department. But the dream to ride that bike still there in my heart. I saved 1,05,000 rupees. Yeah, 1,05,000 rupees within 1 year. When I was about to purchase the bike, that was Yamaha. 3 months I inquired for that bike, the red color bike. Yeah. Within 2 3 days, I was about to get the delivery. But one night I had a thought. My mother sacrificed a lot. Purchasing that bike was really my happiness or a joy? No. Then immediately what I did, I called my sister. Then I told her I wanted to do something for my mother. Then she gave me one suggestion to give her a gold chain. Then immediately after 3 days, I sent my 1,05,000 rupees to my sister. She bought the gold chain. I did not even tell her my mother. Even my sister also did not tell my mother. Then my mother, she was very excited for I was going to purchase a bike. Next weekend, I went to my home. Then I surprised with the gold chain. That was the joyful time in my entire life. You just imagine. I was searching something. I wanted to get myself because I was experienced in my college days. But whereas when it comes to the reality, my happiness and the joy was my mother's happiness. Then 1 year afterwards, finally I saved another 1,10,000 rupees. 1 year ago, we need to increase the money. Then I purchased finally my sports bike, my FZ. I always call my bike my girlfriend. Yeah. My father and my mother came, then we did some puja. These are the stories, these are the things are very happy. It gives you happiness. You can't even buy with the money. The moments we need to embrace, we need to accept, we need to do something with this moment. But when it comes to this one, another different story. I was an introvert. Then finally I get into the Toastmasters. I met so many extraordinary speakers. Mr. Rahul Jain was among them. He completely changed my perspective when it comes to the public speaking. Immediately after attending his session, I enrolled into my Jun'25 Toastmasters. I'm doing great things in the Toastmaster. You just imagine how much impact he has created on me. It was raining there, but even I attended this event because I don't want to miss Mr. Rahul Jain's the session. That is joy for me, to meet new people, to share stories and connect everybody. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I believe now you could have sold that gold chain and bought 2-3 bikes.
Hi everyone. I'm Supriya. This is first time I am here, and my joy is like I come from a very normal schooling area. Getting a job is very difficult due to lack of communication or lack of education properly. Once I was like working in a different area. Like firstly I did a receptionist. After that I did as a recruiter. I learned few things there. Before that, in my schooling and college, I have not get that knowledge, aware of the market and job. When I get to know that, I improve myself little bit. And when I got a job into Amazon, that was the joy moment in my life, because that is a biggest opportunity for me. And then after, I'm day by day learning myself. And previous as year by years changing, I'm changing myself very lot. I'm seeing the comparison between previous year to this year, that making me joyful enough. That is that I'm up to share. Thank you.
I think that was one of the joyous moments for all of us, right? When we got our first paycheck and that message which said that so much credited into your account. I still remember that message. So yeah, it's been years, but
What? No, I saved 500 rupees.
Hello all. So myself Chandrasekhar. Today's topic is joy. So this make me to come here. Like I'm not experiencing any joy from last 2 years. So that made me feel like whatever I was there 2 years back was not I'm really now. So I was a early riser, like waking up early and going walk in the park and seeing different kind of people, like children are playing in the play area, and some old people are doing yogas and all, playing peaceful songs, like experiencing the fresh air, early sun rising and all. So that made me more joyful to be making my heart happy. And moreover, the weekends I used to be more busy visiting Toastmasters and participating in different activities like dance, singing and all, speeches. That was the phase which was like different. Like I was enjoying whatever the way I was like doing from the scratch to be a perfection. And till I will be like now present my work life is like from Saturday, Monday to Friday is completely focusing on the work, and the Saturday, Sunday I'm feeling thinking about the work and work. So that make me more stressful. So I'm not engaging in the small things which made me more happy. So I want to start my life again to experience small things again. So I'm starting today to visit more clubs, more public places to begin my networking and all. So that is my.
I quite relate to you. Hello, everyone. I'm Siddhi. For me, the differentiation between joy and happiness came 4 years ago. Up until then, joy was getting my parents' approval for a late night party when I was in college. Joy was getting my first job. Then joy became wanting to enter a room where I don't have anxiety before presentation. I'm able to confidently present. And at every stage back then, I thought that when I hit this milestone, when I achieve this, I'm going to be joyous. It's only now that I realize that joy is something that I am trying to seek, and it's only happiness that I've achieved so far. So it's through my spiritual journey that started 4 years ago that I'm trying to go inward and looking for no highs in life, just stability within myself. And for that, I don't know what to do. And I'm really hoping for some answers from the higher being in order to find what's my joy in this lifetime. Thank you.
I'm sure you are going to achieve that journey soon, because I am also on that journey and I've really found beautiful changes into my life after that.
Good evening, everyone. Joy for me is when we are with our friends and we can talk whatever we like without boundaries. We can say whatever thoughts come to our mind. That is joy for me. And helping people and being kind to people is also a joy. And I like to make people laugh and bring smile on their faces. That is also a joy. So I want to share a story with my two friends so that I can bring some laugh or a smile on your faces. I come from deep heart of Old City. So I am sharing you this experience when we just completed our graduation. At that time, we all try to hunt for jobs and we try to do. And you can imagine what was the level of English I used to know at that time. So I was having my two friends. I'm sharing that story. And one was going for an interview. So what was at that time, the call center craze was there. Call center jobs are good at that time. So one of my friend was going for an interview in high-tech city, and another friend is there who doesn't know ABCD of English in that. But as you know, in old city, our friends, we don't bring any small 10 rupees packet also. We don't go alone. We take somebody, chal jaake aayenge dukaan ko. We have to bring something from there. So this fellow told that, okay, you also come with me. I will not go alone till high-tech city from old city, long distance. So they both came, and when they sat in an interview, this guy, one of my friend, was ready for interview. Other just came, and he don't know anything in communication in English. He don't speak, but he's also graduate, but he don't know anything. So when they sat in front of HR, what are there in mind is high-tech city means big buildings, beautiful girls, clubs. This is the job motivation for them. There is no salary motivation at that time. Beautiful girls, small dresses, wines, big buildings. This is the motivation for us at that time from old city. So they both came over here, and then they sat in front of HR, both of them. So one who was prepared for interview, the HR asked, tell me about yourself. So this guy who was prepared, he told, I have done so and so education. My schooling was from here. I have done intermediate here, graduation here. I live in this area. So his HR said, okay, fine. And then the turn came of the second guy who doesn't know how to speak and tell anything. He just came just randomly. When he asked, tell me about yourself. See his action I am showing you. Same, madam. HR got confused. What? Tell me about yourself. Same. No, I'm asking about what you did, what you want. Same to same, madam. School, same area, same college, same everything, same. So this was there. I've just seen green. I don't want to stay till red. So I like people when they laugh. So this is the joy moment for me when you all laugh. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ajandev. So Rahul, last day he messaged me like I have registered. So he told me like I need to prepare a 3-minute speech. So I got tense really. Then I got confidence when I thought about my graduation days. I passed my post-graduation with distinction. I wrote 3 hours exam without any preparation. So I thought I should do the same here. This 3 minutes I should come without preparation, because if I come with preparation, I don't know. I might not perform well if I come with the preparation. That is what I do always. So like joy in my life, like there's someone were talking about the difference between joy, happiness. What I do is like I really don't recollect all those things, because that's again a confused thing, like joy, happiness. You just remain happy. Like what I do, like when I join my graduation or anything, like at some point of time, whenever we get nervous, we tend to get more tension and unwanted. Like what I do right now is like I just laugh. Without any reason, I laugh. So I want all of you, like I can see dull faces here. Can you all of us laugh once? Please, louder. So that is what it's not always, you always don't look for Brahmanandam jokes or something else to laugh. Just even if someone is not joking or someone jokes are so pathetic also, you can laugh. So what I want to share is like, please remain joyful, and it is spreading. Like if Ajandev stays happy all the time, definitely the happiness will be shared to everyone. So what we have, if Rahul Jain has 1,000 crores with him, I can easily take 1 crore from him. But the thing is, like, first he has to have 1,000 crores with him. So what I want to tell is what you have is what you can share. So if you have joy within you, you can really share with others. So my suggestion for everyone is like, always try to carry joy with yourself. Then only you can really spread to the others joy. So you say slow process, like it might take time. People do differ. Now Ajandev has reached at some expertise stage. He can carry forward this joy. But some people will be a primary at LKG level. It differs from people. Some people, no Aadhaar card, there was no admission also. Because I saw one student in front of my house. He is not going to school. He told me like, my Aadhaar card is not updated. So people do differ from person to person. So thing is like we have to learn how our situations do differ. Now someone stays happy does not mean that they might be very happy, but we should not dedicate time for all those unwanted things or feelings. And one of my joys, I am part of Toastmasters since last 6 months. So I attend regularly so many meetings, and I am just learning process. So any public appearances that make me joyful. If I am at home, I just spend time with the mobile, and that will not be really helpful. So now I came here. I think so at least 2-3 members I was able to make laugh, and I'm happy for that. Thank you so much.
Once I told Rahul I want to buy a gold jewelry and he laughed. He never laughed after that.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Akash Dev, and first I would like to introduce myself. I am here in Soeak-Up Club for the second time. First time I came in January. That time I only came to visit Hyderabad for 2 days. I came to visit my girlfriend, and then I said here that if life takes me, then I'll definitely try to come Hyderabad because I liked Hyderabad so much. And now I'm again here with a job. No, for the job. I came Hyderabad for the job. Like both are the reason. Previously I was doing a job in Bhubaneswar. Now I took a job and I came here. So first let's talk about the topic, what's your joy? So first I would like to say one thing, that people misinterpret joy and happiness. What I understand is happiness means small pieces of joy. Suppose my boss threw a party today. Someone said me, you look good, or you did this thing good. So I feel happy. And that is momentary thing. I will feel happiness for like few minutes or few hours. Then I'll forget and I'll be in my normal routine. But what's joy? Joy means that all of us have something in our mind. Suppose you are doing this kind of job and you think that one day I'll buy a huge villa. That time I'll be joyful. I'll be continuously happy. My life will be full of bliss. So I think that's joy. And most of the people only think about joy in future. No one is living joy in the present. You can ask anyone. People, you can say that what's your joy? Like, where did you find yourself joy? Someone said that, oh, I really wanted to learn dance, and one day I'll learn dance and become a great dancer, and then I'll feel joyful. I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. Now my question is, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing that? You're thinking about being ready, being confident. It's never going to happen, right? It's never going to happen. You just need to start and find your joy in that. I also find my joy in that only. You need to start working, no matter what your situation is. You want to apply for a new job, you want to learn a new skill, it doesn't matter, just start. Suppose you want to learn guitar and you are not having enough time to learn or to practice. So what you can do, you can just simply buy a guitar and start from there. You might think that, okay, buying a guitar is a big thing. Suppose guitar is still a very cheap instrument. Suppose anyone wants to ride a bike and he thinks that investing in a bike is it's a huge investment. But on the other hand, if you see that person is wasting a lot of money in going clubs and all that. So my suggestion would be, go and buy a bike, even a second-hand bike. It doesn't matter. Buy a bike, ride, and if you don't like it, then stop riding it. At least you won't have a regret that I didn't try it. If you are not trying it, then you will always feel like I'll be joyful in future. So that future thing will come in present. And now another thing would make you joy in the future. Now you will have another dreams. So what I'm trying to say is, bring all the future dreams into the present, live that dream. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't work, then move ahead. At least you won't have a regret in the future that when I had time. And one more thing that I have experienced in my life is, currently I'm even if I'm busy, I'm not doing anything else. No, I know that I'm busy in my life, I'm not learning anything and all that. But after 3 to 4 years, I will be more busy. But that time I won't remember this time. I will say that in the past I had time. I didn't try this. In my I still remember when I was in my college, I didn't had a single minute to learn anything new or do anything new. But now when I am graduated, I feel that in my college I had a lot of time. Right? So that's what my take is in what's your joy. I find joy in learning new things, in exploring, in starting, and just doing things. Just do. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay, so because we've come to this point, let's do something for just 30 seconds. Please take out your phones. I don't have a paper and a pen, otherwise I would not ask you to. And open a notepad in it. Done? Now write down 3 things. One thing which you feel used to give you joy, but you stopped doing it. If you do it again, you will feel joyous about it. I'm sure the answer to this would not be easy because you've lived for so many years. You have to find that one thing which would still give you joy. The second thing which you have to do is that now if you get to do one thing which was not from the past, but something which you have wished to do, if you get that one thing right now, you'll be joyous in present. And for the last, just write one thing for your future. I will never be joyous if I don't do it now. I will never be joyous if I don't do it now. All I want you to do with this is whenever you're free, whenever you're opening your notepad, go through these 3 things which you have written, something which will make you joyous. If it was the first thing that hit your mind that this is something which I used to do and it made me joyous, please start doing it because you have a very short life to keep waiting, okay, I'll do it. Start with 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. The thing which you said now, right now, will give you joy, which is a present. Please do it because if you don't, this will be in the first list later on. And if you feel that I don't have time for any of this, if you feel that I can't do it, I'm too busy or whatever, read the 3rd sentence. If you don't do it now, you will never get it.
तो मेरे को बहुत सारे लोग जानते होंगे। तो थैंक यू। तो मेरे पास तो मेरे घर में 3 स्पीकर है। एक बोट का है, 1120 रुपया हुआ था। उसको जब मन करता है मैं चला सकता हूँ, जब बंद कर सकता हूँ। दूसरी वाली को 4 साल पहले लाई थी और वो शुरू अपने हिसाब से होता है और बंद आप तो। और जो तीसरा है वो मेरा बेटा है, तो वो कभी रात के 2 बजे चालू होता है, कभी 3 बजे। तो ये इसीलिए बता रहा था कि मुझे मेरे स्क्रिप्ट याद करने थे, नहीं तो ये एजेंडा नहीं था। और मैं दुनिया में सच्ची मोहब्बत बहुत बार किया हूँ। अरे सुन तो लो। तो ये किससे क्या हुआ है, मैं एक्टिंग से बहुत प्यार करता हूँ। तो लेकिन दिक्कत यह है कि बीबी के सामने चलती नहीं है वो। कल इंस्टाग्राम रील में मैं बता रहा था स्मिता कितनी अच्छी दिखती है, रोटी 3 की जगह 1 मिला। और मैं बता रहा हूँ, मैं मतलब जब से यंग एज से, अभी भी यंग हूँ, मतलब जब शुरुआत की थी तो मेरे को सब बोल रहे थे तेरे से कुछ नहीं होगा, कितना काला है तू, देख सकता है अपने आप को। लेकिन मैं रियलाइज किया काला तो हूँ मैं, लेकिन काला में से मैं एक ए हटा दिया और मेरे में कला आ गया, बता रहा हूँ। और मुझे बहुत अफसोस है ज़िंदगी से। देखा, यही होता है। मेरा कुछ अफसोस नहीं है, लेकिन आप लोग देखे, मतलब ऐसा इतना लगा मत रखो, मेरा गर्लफ्रेंड भी नहीं रखा था। तो मेरा जो एजेंडा है क्या है, अच्छा ठीक है, क्योंकि मैं सेमेस्टर से पहले भी ऐसा देखता था, तो ये आदत है। तो मेरा जो जॉय है कि खुशियाँ बांटना, ठीक है। आप विश्वास नहीं करोगे, आप करना भी नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि मतलब आप तो जानते होंगे, मतलब अरे आप कैसे जानोगे। तो मेरे बीवी के साथ एक अच्छा खासा, मतलब पूरा जो आप जो हॉलीवुड वाले फिल्म देखते हो, कौन सा वाला, वो इमेजिन करके वो फाइट चल रहा था। मैं उसको लेना चाहता था कोई अच्छी खासी स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी में रोज़ देने वाली, लेकिन वो बर्तन फेंक दी भाई मेरे ऊपर। और सच्ची बताऊं, उसी दिन उसी दिन जो मेरा परफॉर्मेंस था ना, इतना तगड़ा गया, उफ, बहुत अच्छा गया। लेकिन दिक्कत क्या है मालूम है? आपको मैं बहुत प्यार करता हूँ। नहीं, कैमरा को बोल रहा था, नहीं मतलब जो कैमरा पर्सन था ना उन्होंने वो रिकॉर्ड करना भूल गया। तो मेरे साथ ऐसा होता है। तो लेकिन मेरा गम नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं सबसे अच्छा दिया उसी दिन, क्योंकि मेरा घर में अच्छा खासा वार चल रहा था और मैं आके परफॉर्म किया। तो आप लोगों को भी ये चीज़ कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए। अभी जैसे आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, मैं अभी जस्ट एक ऑडिशन दे के आया हूँ विदाउट एनी प्रिपरेशन, एंड बिलीव मी, अगर वो हुआ ना हुआ अलग बात है, लेकिन मैं अपना 100% दिया। और जो कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर था वो दोबारा मेरा नाम पूछा, हालांकि कितने अच्छी खूबसूरत लड़कियां थी उनको नहीं पूछा। होगा तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं तो हंसना तो जानता ही हूँ। अरे हंसा, नहीं मजाक कर रहा था, कंपलसरी नहीं है। और मेरे पिताजी एक चीज़ बोलते थे, भूल गया आज उतना हंसी नहीं आ पाया, क्योंकि मैं ये मानता हूँ कि मेरा कॉमेडी स्टैंडर्ड बहुत अच्छा है। आप लोग का थिंकिंग नहीं, आपका भी अच्छा है, आप हंस लिया करो उसके बाद सोचते एंड शुरुआत तो करना चाहिए। जैसे मेरे जो पुराने मित्र बोले, पुराने मतलब पुराने हैदराबाद के मित्र बोले कि मतलब शुरुआत करनी चाहिए। और आपको अगर मतलब क्या बोलते हैं यार, अरे तुम्हें कैसे पता, चलती फिरती कुछ उड़ता तीर लेना चाहते हो तो आप बस क्या करना, ओल्ड सिटी जाना, स्कूटी लेकर चाबी को कहीं पे फेंक देना। बिलीव मी, आप हॉलीवुड के सबसे अच्छा एक्शन सीन वहाँ पर देखोगे आपके ऊपर मंडराता हुए। और हाँ दिखा दो और आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, करना भी नहीं चाहिए मतलब इतना सारे लोग हंसते हैं, लेकिन फ्लो नहीं, बीबी नहीं हंसती यार, फ्लो का क्या फ्लो तो चलता रहता। एंड थैंक यू फॉर
everyone. Good evening. About a year ago, when I joined into my third organization, I was directly working with the CEO of the company. And when I got into the role after 1 or 2 months, anxiety crept in because of the fact that there are a lot of expectations from the CEO, his boss, and uske upar wale boss, and within the organization also for me also to perform. Everything was going on, and I was constantly, planning my entire week, doing work. I was thinking about what went well, what could have gone good, and also planning about what can I do better. I was within this stream. I was thinking about the past and what to do next. Past, present, this was a transition that was happening continuously. And I think that is similar to what most of us also do in life, right? Like we are constantly thinking about past and preparing for the future. So in that phase, I realized that for a certain period of time, 3 or 4 months, I was not enjoying what I was doing, and it came to the fact that I shared to my manager about the same. Sir, I think I'm not doing well. I'm not able to work properly. I'm not able to work with people. And I expressed my distress about that. So he had told me, why are you thinking so much about all this? Why don't you just enjoy the moment? Like he just gave the exact, the statement that Laila gives in Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. तुम ऐसा क्यों सोच रहे हो फ्यूचर का पास्ट का, enjoy the moment. And him being CEO of the company and giving me that philosophical gyan was actually a game changer. Believe me guys, he meant it, and he gave me an example of how he lives in the moment. And that is when I thought, why don't I apply this? And when I started doing that, things improved much better significantly. So when I am with my family, with my mom, with my sister, parents, with my girlfriend, I started enjoying taking life well when I was in the moment with them, not thinking about what I will do tomorrow morning and what went wrong yesterday evening. So this is my small discovery that I made last year, which helped me to appreciate life more with respect to enjoying the moment. Like, I'm here, I need not think what I'm going to come and speak here. I have to just listen to the speaker who's speaking currently and enjoy his story. My moment is, I'll come here and then I'll express my story. So, which was a stark contrast and stark shift in my perspective, and I hope this adds a little bit of value in your perspective. Over to you, Pragya. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, how many of you have heard the word enjoy? The word enjoy. You have, right? All of you? No, there are others who haven't? Yes. Have you ever thought about this word ever? If you break this word in a literal sense, not in the... You have to be in joy. It comes from inwards and then you are joyous. So even that word always says the same thing, but we hardly pay any attention to it.
Hello everyone. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. So let me be straight to the point. How many of them had the experience of writing letters? Done. How many of them have the experience of writing love letters? To be frank, even I wrote. But you know, the letter that I wrote was not when I entered into teenage, but when I was in my second standard. And that letter was not for a girl, but for my Hindi teacher. Yeah. Actually, I took the letter and went to the ma'am and I gave her. She opened it, read. Done. I thought that she would grab me to the principal office. I would be kneel down and our principal is a woman. I thought that she will give me a great punishment and kneel down and all. But entire thing is changed. From then, she started to pamper me. She started to take me close. Seriously. And you know, it was a great, joyful moment for me. In the class, before all the girls and boys, she used to drag me from my bench, make me to sit on her lap and feed me in the class. Imagine how happy it would, right? From then the real story started. My friends started to hate me. The girl who I used to cite had started me to push back. Right? From then, almost 15 years, I had no friends because one letter changed. Then I became an introvert where I couldn't talk to a person with an open heart. And even the people are not even interested to talk to me because I have a great support of faculty. And if any secret is going to be my ear, then it will be automatically direct to the principal office. Right? So then I decided I should not get any good friends, but I need to explore the joy in myself. So then I started talking to the window there, looking at my face. Do I look like Allu Arjun today? Damn it, your height doesn't match. Do I really look like NTR today? No way, the fans will shoot you with their shoes. But imagine, then I started comparing with the heroes. And I really looked that Praneeth is really a hero today. From then started to change outfits, started to explore everything. Then I came to know that the chocolates might change the mood of girl, but from then I realized even for the boys also it can change. A good food, a good nature, sometimes the beautiful ladies also changes our joy or peaceful. Frankly, from then I started to explore what is joy. I asked my girlfriend, what is joy? In Bangalore, she took me to Vishal Mart to find the Joy face wash where Shah Rukh Khan was part of it. Then I said her, dear, I'm not looking for the face wash. I'm looking for the joy, which is an emotion. Then she looked blank at me and started, you will not understand me.
At least you need to understand my language or my perspective, na? I thought. From then, I was alone and single. But I remembered that joy is just making an open communication to yourself, because it can give you the openness from your heart. It can make you what you are. Food, swimming, eating, reading books, anything, whatever you do, just do it with an open communication to your help. That's it. Then only the heart will really give you the happiness, and more joy comes from within you, and will automatically you can give to everyone. With that, over to you.
Small tile which was missing. And while everybody came to see the swimming pool, everyone's attention spanned on asking the first question, that was, why is the tile missing? While that one tile, if you talk of it in the broader picture of the entire swimming pool, was less than 0.1%. And yet, everyone focused on what's missing. I think joy, when it comes to many stories that I heard here, was largely about this. We look at what is missing. We look at what is still to be achieved, what is still to come tomorrow or yesterday, or what did not happen yesterday, like the missing tile. The fact is, it's how we look at, when we talked about this entire idea of happiness and joy, happiness comes from filling those missing tiles. But the problem is, that's not just one. It keeps growing, and there are multiple tiles that you need to keep doing it. But in the process of that pursuit, we often forget and keep staring at what's missing and forgetting the entire beautiful things that you have, that you are blessed with.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
It is not, I know. Okay. Have you ever faced, all are salaried employees, right?
Yes.
Any students here?
Not paid.
Sorry?
Non-paid.
Non-paid. Okay. But you will have some account that you will have your own purse where at the end of the month you will find no money, or 100 or 200. Today I find the same situation. I found myself in the same situation. When I opened my purse, I was not able to find any money. And I opened my bank account, it had only 300 rupees. 300. And last week I gave a teamwork topic which is financial freedom. On that note, I know I am clearing my debts to become financially freedom. That's why I did not have money. Having said that, there were two joyous moments that I had. When I opened the purse, somewhere in the corner I found 2000 rupees. 2000 rupees, 500 rupees, four notes. That was a joyous moment for me. I can survive with it for the next, till the time I get the salary. The second joyous moment that I had today, just before coming here, I tried calling Mr. Afroz. He's one of my closest friend, and he's a closest friend, and all our college friends are meeting today. So he called me. He didn't pick my call. So he called me again as a video call. I was just taking her like this. Then I realized it's a video call, and then I opened. All of them were there in a hotel. They were eating food, and he didn't tell me that they were all meeting. Then I stumbled upon a person. Have you ever had a love story in your life? Yes, right? Where you haven't expressed your love. Please don't record from now. Please don't record from now, or don't publish it. There's a love story that I had. Okay. It was a love story from his side. I did not accept. But later on I liked him a lot. By the time I tried to express him, he almost got married. He got married. There was a love letter that I wrote, which I did not send. So I saw everyone, and he was there, and I met him multiple times before also, but every time met I felt really sad. But this time I felt really happy to see him. That's because something changed. He is happily married with 2 kids, 2 beautiful kids. I met them in the last one of the get-togethers. They were very cute, just resembling like him. So I was so happy to see him with a fulfilled life, and I did not regret about this decision because I have had a fulfilled life myself as well. Because I am happily earning, well settled in my life. Sorry? 2002. So I'd like to end this story of mine with the feeling that I had with a song that I like to sing. The moment I spoke to him, I asked about his what is he doing, how is his family and all. He asked me about he was so happy to see me. I was also very joyous to see him, and that's how we ended up. And I did not save his number anywhere till now. And now I think I'll send a friend request because I am over it now. But with that note, I want to end this with a song. अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं, अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी नहीं भरा, अभी तो आए हो, अभी तो आए हो, हवा बन के छाए हो, हवा जरा बहक तो ले, नजर जरा बहक तो ले, ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा, ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा, अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी नहीं भरा. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a different version of that song which is very close to my heart after I met one of the person that I loved. अभी ना जाओ सैया कि बिल अभी भरा नहीं. Interesting. Thank you, Uma, for that wonderful share. We all find these nuggets unexpected, but if you're not present, you don't see it. Luckily, you lifted that video call. So, okay, while we are talking about different things, I thought I'll share, while I've been sharing, I will share this perspective of joy that I have discovered, I would say a few months ago. While a lot of y'all who have known me for a long period of time would think that, okay, I'm a joyful person, motivated person, doing what I love and things like that. And yet, when I came across a quote by Jim Carrey, it hit me so hard and it taught me or told me what was the thing which I was chasing and what was missing in my life. The quote reads, I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so that they can see that's not the answer to your happiness. For people who know, with regard to my district championship win, there are so many accomplishments that I've had. But somewhere after that, the June 3rd is the date that I won the district championship. And I'm not saying I was not happy. I was happy. I had a lot of experience of moments of happiness through that experience also. And yet, 2 months after that momentous victory and having so many achievements, which the worldly definition called that I would be happy, I was standing on the date of my birth in front of a reception with a form filled for a psychiatric hospital. And that is how deeply, while the worldly definitions of what successful is, fame is, money is, I've had all of those, and yet there was something which is missing inside me. And as I progressed in the journey, what I've realized with my therapy sessions or different experiences where I've interacted with people and seen and learned from so many people who were joyous with far, far lesser than what I had, the thing that I saw and observed that one thing that had driven me crazy or deep within mad was about the ambition or the aspirations that I had. Don't know what I wanted to prove. There was some drive inside me to prove the validity of my existence in the world with the things that I was doing. Although I've done a lot, having seen people being influenced by what I've done or how I've changed lives, yet there was that inside factor of lack of being worthy or made a difference in the world, which was killing me. And that is where I learned this differentiating idea of what helped me learn this process. My therapist, my wife, and different people around me taught me this lesson that no matter how much you would achieve in the worldly definitions of what will make you successful or happy, at the end of the day, what really matters is the content or the feeling of peace that you have in doing what you love and feeling joyous with that very factor. While I was doing, let me tell you, it's not that I'm not doing what I love, but the perspective of why I was doing was what was the differentiating factor. What I felt and what I realized through that experience was, while I was doing a lot of things in the name of service, in the name of helping people, in the name of living life and the things that I was doing, the work, the backdrop behind why I was doing all those was to prove my existence and not with the idea of making someone's life better. Was that how am I perceived? Was that am I making a difference in someone's life? The I was the driving force which was killing me, because that will never be satisfied. Because that is where I was anchoring it. That I was anchoring it there, that do people look up to me? Do people feel that I am making a difference? That was the driving force for me, and that is what changed the locus of what I am doing for and why I am doing it changed. And that's the learning that I had, that joy has to be inside, and it is not tomorrow. It is not in some achievement. It is that peace that you need to build within yourself and that contentment of who you are as an individual, and with whatever you can do today. Do that, and that should be enough for you to feel joyous. That's where I found this definition of happiness, multiple moments. That crowning moment was the peak of happiness, I would say, but somewhere the next day I was polishing my kids' shoes again. It wasn't a case that not that the feeling didn't last, but it faded over a period of time, because it was something where I was using it, that was a validation to who I was. And then next day I had that question, what will be the next thing with which I'll be validated? And that's the reason that plot was lost, and I had gone through a lot of hiccups and journeys, these challenging times, with which I learned this lesson, and I wanted to share with each one of you all this. Look at what matters within you, deep within you, of what matters to you, and how are you doing that today. Happiness will keep coming and going, but this contentment of who you are is what makes the entire difference between you feeling joy or not. Let's call in the next speaker. Who's coming up next? Yes, sure, come in.
Just the counter on the living side of it, and I was on the taking side of it probably. I remember this conversation because there was a situation where he came up to me and he said that I don't want to live anymore. And I remember that night quite well, that I was getting up every hour, every half an hour to see whether, and not only that night, many nights after that, where I would just get up and keep checking whether he's there or he's not. Even if he would go to the washroom, I will check if he's not doing anything and all. So the next day, we had a conversation where I told him a very clear idea. Probably I also learned from it when you tell something to somebody, also learn. So we were discussing that he obviously was talking about validation at that point of time of what he's looking up to, and I asked him one question, that when you started this journey of living life or public speaking or anything, when you used to do it, and because I have seen him in that journey, I've been with him for 16 years, more than 16 years now, so I've seen him that journey. I always saw him that he was happy about what he was doing. So if he would go deliver a session, he came back happy. He went, he delivered a session, he came back happy.
But there was this point which started coming in when he came back and he started changing the answers to, I don't think I did it that well. Whereas I knew what happened, I was there in that session. And I told him one thing, that when you start any journey or when you're into a journey, be it your job, be it your family, relationship, anything, if you still find happiness, peace, calm in what you're doing it right. The moment you start feeling that I have to do it and I have to do it the best, I think that best does not exist. Because when he started doing it, he was not looking for perfection, he was not looking for best, he was not looking for everybody saying it was good. And that's what happens in relationships also. We start with the idea, oh, he's appreciating me everywhere. And then when that kind of shifts, we feel that, oh, this is not working. So if you can go back to the same happiness every single day of your life, in what you're doing, then you're doing it right. If you feel that the focus has shifted from your happiness to that tag, that medal which you can wear, you've done it all wrong. So go back, shift the gears again. That's what we do in the car as well, right? If you're over speeding, push the brake, take the gear back. That's all we have to do. That's what I think is.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. When Rahul sir said about validation, not exactly, but somewhat I could relate to it. So in my corporate journey, everything was great, I would say. Getting R&Rs, the recognition I want, everything. But yeah, I was happy at the moment when I got that quarterly champion. When I took the picture, that moment, the next day, okay, that's it, we got now let's go get back to work. So that was the kind of mindset I had, that I was happy for probably 1 or 2 days and back to work. So one good thing which made me joyous was the comment which came from my old team members, like we will be missed because you helped me a lot to clear my probation. So that particular thing, it gave me a lot of joy. So just to give you a quick context, I struggled to clear my probation. Initially, I had some hiccups, now I was not the top performer from the beginning, but through hard work, I improved eventually and started performing well. So I had that back in my mind, that probably if I felt that I had somewhere lack of support, something like that. So I'll try to support the new people how much ever I can, and that way. So whenever they used to ask me in the constantly, I used to immediately reply. So they always my old team members, they always used to say, you were there whenever there was a doubt. The company is busy, you will be there, you are there to help me, and that is the reason why I cleared my probation. That meant a lot. The thing is, I might have a lot of R&Rs, and probably I might get if I perform well and all, but those words are something which remains in back of my mind. Probably I'll cherish that moment forever. So whatever we do, we are helping someone, not only professionally or even in our personal life. Even bringing a milk packet for your parents also can give you a lot of joy. That is my take on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Krishna. It's actually very fascinating to listen to Sri Krishna, because I think he's been with the club for over almost 4 years now. It's been a long journey where he's been a part of the inner circle also. Inner circle is the community of members who are part of the inside community, which is where we go deeper into the skill development and public speaking. The idea that he mentioned about how he felt joy when he went beyond his own self. This is a line which I heard somewhere and it resonated deeply with me. While we are talking of happiness, which is external, and joy, which is internal or which is deep within. But the reality of how humans are wired, this is one very intriguing thing about the lasting joy. While happiness, which can be on and off with regard to me and myself, the lasting joy actually also comes from going beyond you. It is said the root of all misery in this life is your ego. Thinking about I, me, and myself. While the greatest joy that you can have is in looking at serving and something which is beyond you. It could be your children, it could be your parents, it could be a purpose that you are running behind. So for me, as an example, Living Life or the Speak Up Club is a purpose that I run behind. Not for who I am or what I'm getting out of it, but what it means to the wider world. So ask yourself this question: while you are thinking of joy, you could be in a trap of thinking of joy all about yourself, while the reality of finding persistent and long-term joy comes from going beyond yourself. I think that's a beautiful thought that Sri Krishna shared about the idea of not the R&Rs or what he got, but what he added. And that's what makes an entire difference. Look at what are you adding to beyond yourself, and you'd find the answer to a long-term joy that you can cherish and relish for a longer period of time.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, you all have seen Sachin play the straight drive, right?
Yes.
It looks awesome, right? Just flawless. Okay. So, while Rahul was speaking, I was thinking of that. After Sachin plays a straight drive, and suddenly you see someone who plays gully cricket, I mean, you would not want to see that person. I mean, it's not good sight, right? So, still good, yeah. You understood what I'm trying to say. So that's it. So after getting that profound insight from Rahul and Pragya, I thought I would skip and not come, but you've taken my name, so I came here. So I want to start with thanking Rahul and Pragya for conducting this session. It is a great platform indeed. So in other places you have to pay a lot of fees to get the skill set and everything, but at least this I know it's free of cost. And thanks everyone who has shared their stories and been listening very well. So I came with a lot of preparation, but I'll tell you what is coming to my mind, or what is the joy that I have faced, what is the joy that I am feeling today. Okay, I've come with one of my friend. He has been my friend for more than 20 years. Okay, and by the way, if you all are thinking that the friend who messed up the interview, is that me? Though that's not me. I have never messed up any interview. I've been very competent in giving the interviews. So I've been trying to convince him for more than 2 months to come for this Speak Up Club. But he was hesitant. He always encouraged me, you go, I'll encourage you, you do it, but I don't need it. That's okay, because he'll get a platform. He's from sales background. He'll get this platform free of cost. So he says, I don't need it, But finally I was able to convince him. So after getting convinced, I was constantly looking at him to see if he's enjoying, will he come next time, and all those things was coming to my mind. And during break time, I casually asked him, what do you think, shall we leave? He said, no, I'm enjoying, let's stay. So I mean, there's a lot of joy in my life, a lot I can share. I mean, it will take a lot of time. So, but I wanted to share this small joy that I felt today when I feel that I've made a profound impact, and I was able to influence him to stay here, and he's enjoying the session as well. So that is my joy for today. Thank you so much for attentively listening.
Good evening all. I am Devi, Mrs. Sajjan Dev. So I am first time facing like this. I am 6 years work as a computer teacher. First time facing like this professionals in front of me. So thank you for this opportunity. So the topic is, what's your joy? So my joy is music actually. So I will sing a song for you. It's a Malayalam song actually. Okay, the song is the relation between the sisters. Okay, I'm trying to sing. Okay. കണ്ണാൻ തുമ്പി പോരാമോ എന്നോടിഷ്ടം കൂടാമോ നിന്നെ കൂടാതില്ലല്ലോ ഇന്നെന്നുള്ളിൽ പൂക്കാലം കളിയാടാമീ കിളിമരത്തണലോലം കളിയാടാമീ കിളിമരത്തണലോലം കണ്ണാൻ തുമ്പി പോരാമോ എന്നോടിഷ്ടം കൂടാമോ. Actually, I am very connect with my one cousin. Your face, Hima, I remember that face. Thank you.
My face? Thank you, Devi.
Hi everyone, good evening. So I'll just tell you the very latest thing. So I kept coming here, and very lately I went to other club. I met Sachin too. So there Rahul was talking about how to craft a speech. It was a presentation, and then my communication skills improved. So every time a speaker speaks, my mind will be juggling. My topic keeps changing. So, but I really like the way I'm evolving. I'm trying to connect the dots because we like the way in colleges where you give symposiums. We are all driven by curriculum. We are a social people, but it's not classroom driven. It's not thoughts from the people that drive. It's a curriculum, and it's still there, unfortunately. But the way, what I would like to bring in is that, there are stories in my life, like Pragya was just mentioning about badges, accreditation, the frames, we display, right? But the thing is, in reality, the life is different. Irrespective of the ages, you meet more people, you have friends. From corporate setting, there are words like, everybody notice when Trump talks, right? He takes very simple words, but he effectively stresses them. Very good, bad, like that. So the thing is, if you for a second, if you put that apart, there are things like transient strategy, this, that, good, bad, whatever it is. If you keep them apart, and I want to emphasize what Pragya has again said, if you are peaceful with you, and then from what I echo from Rahul's is that if be the way you are, non-judgmental. I'm here very happy. In fact, I asked Rahul in the last meeting, when is our next open mic? I was, looking forward for that. So that's how I have that enthusiasm. We all have the enthusiasm. Somebody was talking, we are all like-minded people. So we are coming here, we are connecting, we are sharing ideas. It is the perspective, but it's also we are driven from the culture. I think Fiaz, I loved it the fullest today. I'm not spelling Fayaz or Fiaz. He left, I think. No, it's you. I laughed the fullest because it took me to the Angrez movie, back in my college days. But life was never like that. I was abroad, and I want to finish with one story. I had a friend called Sid. He was like an executive VP. And then, the recession happened, and I was a consultant. They were all Chinese people. So they put me in the board. I recruited him, that there are politics, right? They said, no, some young Chinese guy they want to recruit. But his employer was a Chinese, the vendor. So he somehow got me in because I recommended, but they have no choice. They got me in. And then everybody was talking, this guy on the LinkedIn, he was so-and-so, he was VP of, Johnson, this, that. And then whenever I interacted with him, I went to pub. That's the first time I had a beer with him. He talks to recruiters because he's an industry. I never felt a feeling that, his life was downsized. I never got a feeling. He was always like, leave that guy out, leave it, this guy. He was like very cool guy. I never felt that. In fact, I went to him. We were consultants, but we are so very close friends. We have become very close friends. So then my thought changed. I was never judging anybody, but we should never go with the flow. What people talk about others, we should have our own opinion. We can never put somebody down. We can never say, because I'll tell you one thing, your friends, your colleagues, everything gets changed by place. Unless you have a common interest, you flock together. But otherwise, everything gets faded. Your jobs are not permanent. If they are machine driven, AI will take over someday. But the thing is, and one more recommendation I want to give our friends here, the team here is, somebody likes singing, baking, dancing, whatever it is. Don't be blindsided with just one idea. Keep couple of things. So that way, it's not about busy. It's about it evolves, at an independent level, it changes you. Because I used to love Rihanna so much. I can speak her lyrics, beat any song. Everybody used to say he's a crazy fan of Rihanna, because whenever I walked in the pub in Michigan, I used to dance like crazy. I never know the dance. I only saw Michael Jackson or somebody dancing for that song in Vignan. But somehow, my pure love for her, the slang and everything she carries, right? But very recently I'm saying, okay, now I come back home country. I'm doing that, but I'm not getting connected. While I was there, I was connecting to those lyrics and all. But for the reality of the life that is going on here, It's not about embracing the discomfort. Now I'm taking public transport. I go around. I like to be social. And I used to do some things that I cannot do it here because I don't get a buddy to play with or whatever it is. But I'm okay. It's like embracing the discomfort. I don't want to use the word embrace or rule that out. But thing is, it is okay discomfort because today if I'm sleep driven and tomorrow if I have to do a marathon, it's crazy, right? Never do that. Some days are totally okay to relax. Just lay on the bed and just accept the fact that your body is not ready, your mind is not ready. So if you keep that phenomena with every aspect of your life, be or do things, even if it is small or a little higher one, always make sure you're completely ready. Otherwise, take a huge break, come back and look at it from a different angle. Thank you all.
I had a candy and the brownie that I liked. I loved to jump around and I was happy all night. But where did I find you, oh joy? Joy, oh joy, where were you? I was right here. As I grew up as a teenager, I had so much fun to do. I had a girlfriend and lots of friends too. I went out with them, enjoyed my life. I studied hard and worked for my life. I was happy all the time, but joy, oh joy, where were you? I was right here, Joy said. As I grew up in my life and married the love of my life, I looked at my parents, all healthy and with a lot of vibe. I got the job I wanted, the car and the house, but I did not know where were you last. I was happy, but joy, oh joy, where were you? I was right here. As I grew up to my 40s, my half of the life has passed. I had everything that I wanted, a life that was amazing, a family that laughed at me, and everything I could have imagined. I was happy, but joy, oh joy, where were you? I was here. As I grew older, I had everything to look up to. The people could not have imagined of what all did I get. The sufferings that I had made me stronger. The fears that I got made me pass through time. Now I have everything and I am happy about my life. But joy, oh joy, where are you? I am right here.
Imagine this situation. A monkey is given a banana. How would it feel? Happy. Now imagine it was given 2 bananas. How would it feel? Now take back 1 banana. But in the first place, it had no banana, right? Perfect. Now that is where I was coming. It is often said, the thief of joy is comparison. Now imagine you getting 50 marks in exam, your parents hitting you first, and then you say, I'm the only one who passed. Imagine you getting a 20% hike while everyone else got 10%. But the problem is your friend got 50%. Now you feel the difference? Yes. One of the fundamental reasons of why we lack joy in our life is comparison. But if you go to the very basics, because these are things, last time in the open mic we had talked about, Aniruddha had talked about this idea of kindness, and what is the opposite of kindness? It is expectation. Now the fundamental challenge where we and our lives are miserable is in the fact of how we allow comparison to rob us of our joy. I have this beautiful blessing test that I do with people. I want each one of you all to close your eyes. If the answer to any of the statement is yes, do a mental math, add 1. If it is not, if the answer is no, add 0. So just close your eyes, everyone. I'll just go ahead with this simple test which I love to help you all recognize of how blessed you are, and that can be a source of joy in your life. Here we go. At least one of your parents was at home during your childhood. At least one of your parents was educated. You had a happy childhood. You had an opportunity for a good education. You had a family that supported your dreams. You don't have to worry where your meal or next meal will come from. You weren't forced to share the responsibilities at home due to the lack of choice. You rarely experience limitations from your community or religion in your opportunities. You never had to change your appearance, mannerisms, or behavior to avoid being judged. You were never bullied for the way you look or your situations. You are never looked down for your name, background, race, or religion. You never experienced a physically abusive or violent relationship. You haven't had to fight the battles that you had no control over. You have fought battles that you have pushed into for no reason, but you had the power to overcome them. Each one of you all open your eyes now. Don't answer the question of what's your total to me, but if your total is anywhere above 8, if you look at the world around today, not just anywhere out, if you look at the people that you are surrounding with, do this test and you'll realize how blessed you are. And that's a reason enough to be joyful. We look at all the things that are not in our life while forgetting the basic things that we have in our life, with which we are thinking that misery is there because we don't have the upper end. While the fact is, today, if you're sitting here in India, in Hyderabad, in this room, you're not sure where else you could be. On that Air India flight, in Pelgam, in between a war in Iran, or under the leadership of Trump. Just ask yourself where else you could be where you are not, and see how blessed you are with where you are. That's the beauty that you can see